Hey, it's Nick Handley back here at TD Ameritrade Ballpark as we get ready for the Big Ten Conference Baseball Tournament. Here today to talk to you a little bit about TD Ameritrade Park, some of the misconceptions that come with this ballpark as it impacts hitters. We always hear this is where home runs go to die. You're never going to get that cheap aluminum home run. It's going to have to be earned. Outfielders are going to play back. You're really going to have to go over their head. Power alleys are deep, so if you do get it over their head in the power alley, you're going to be running for days. Well, there are some numbers that are very interesting that do come to this ballpark. And you might be surprised as far as offensive success in this particular ballpark. Now, of course, we all remember in 2014, home runs were at a low. Everybody talking about what needs to change at this ballpark. Well, college baseball did something to help that. It's the baseball. The lower seams on the baseball have really helped a lot of the hitters. And first of all, pitching, gripping, and not being able to get as much snap on your slider and your off speed has kept balls up in the zone a little bit. But the other thing too is this ball definitely travels better than the baseballs previously with the raised seams. Now that's one of the elements that have helped the offensive numbers go up. We saw the home run total at last year's College World Series definitely increased. But how has it impacted college baseball and this ballpark as a whole that has now seen 246 games as we get ready for the Big Ten tournament? Going to tell you about some interesting numbers here in a bit. As you can see, we're in left field right now here at TD Ameritrade Park. And if you notice, the dimensions are very similar to Rosenblatt Stadium. In fact, the corners and dead center field, 408, 335 are the exact same thing. This is not even the top 10 college ballparks when it comes to length of the outfield. So what makes it so difficult to hit home runs at this ballpark? Last time the Big Ten tournament was here, out of 13 games, there were 5 home runs. Out of 246 games played right here, including Nebraska Creighton games and all the College World Series games, there have been 102 home runs hit. Not a bad number. That might surprise you a little bit. But what does make it truly hard to hit home runs here? Well, consider the weather. This ballpark does face to the south. So anytime you have a south wind, which you typically are going to see in June or at this time of the year in May, it's blowing in the hitter's face. So the ball's not traveling via the wind. Another thing to always consider is the type of day. Whether it's a sunny but humid day, sometimes the air is a little bit thicker, ball doesn't travel as much. When you have the lighter air but warmer days, that can create a launching pad. But we all remember the days of 21 to 14 games of the College World Series at Rosenblatt Stadium. The dimensions are actually the same thing. So as we've taken a look at the dimensions of TD Ameritrade Ballpark and some of the misconceptions of what makes it difficult to hit home runs here, we have seen home runs on the upswing going all the way back to last year's College World Series. And if you remember 2 years ago, right where we stand, Kyle Schwarber against Nebraska in the Big Ten championship game hit a mammoth blast just off to our right over here. I know a lot of Husker fans remember that one, but once again, it was Kyle Schwarber. We'll see if home runs will be on the upswing this time. Remember, 5 home runs in 13 games in the 2014 Big Ten tournament right here at TD Ameritrade Park. And then just last Tuesday, home run number 100 was hit off the bat of Mickey Lopez for Creighton. Scott Schreiber followed up with 101 and 102. We'll look forward to seeing more long ball, but good baseball right here at TD Ameritrade Park. Enjoy the Big Ten tournament.